What's going on, too? Prince Joe back with another video. So, I'm watching one of my favorite movies of all time. It's definitely in my top 10. Now, you already see the image of Jamie Foxx, who plays the role of Django. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to break down, another nugget I found in the movie. See, if you're a role player, like a certain someone who shall remain nameless, you don't catch the small nuggets in this movie. But you know what? I'm just going to play it and I'm going to explain it to y'all, because you don't get this on the first time you watch it. This is a movie you have to watch several times to understand how poetic and how artful it is. Here we go. Now, I'm just going to know one thing. Take note of the colors that Dr. King Show wears throughout the course of the movie, because it's very poetic. Mm-hmm. Now, time out. Time out on that. So the father was really, really mad at her. And okay, if Django, you know what? Nah, let me let it play. Hold on. I can't exactly remember if she disobeys him in some way. Now, the mountain represented in this movie is Candyland. Now, Samuel L. Jackson's character represents the fire-breathing dragon. I'm going to explain that later. A hero rises brave enough to save her. This fellow right? Yes, Django. Now, we already know who Siegfried is. If you don't know, then you probably a Carmella fan. Even a role player knows who Siegfried is. So he goes to Candyland because he's not afraid of going to Candyland. Okay. He slays the dragon. He kills Samuel because he ain't afraid of that motherfucker either. During the ending scene of the movie, we see Django walking through fire, right? And he walks to Broomhilda. Now, that's just one poetic interpretation of this movie. Basically, when he said, she did something to disobey her father and he couldn't exactly remember what it was. Basically, Broomhilda marrying Django and them actually believing in their marriage what pissed off her first massa, and the first massa basically cast her off like that to Candyland, which happened to be the mountain. And, well, I'm sure that anyone with a brain could connect the dots on the rest. But that's one of the poetic interpretations of Django, the story of Broomhilda and Siegfried. Which, that's actually something I'm probably going to Google and read up on in my spare time. I've been making a note to do that, but, I've just been lazy about it. Django is definitely one of my top 10 because it's so underrated. When I talked about look at Dr. King Schultz, look at Django, and also look at all the white slave masters and the wardrobes they wear throughout the movie. DiCaprio's the only one that has a very exotic wardrobe. And I'm still trying to analyze the meaning behind that. Now, keep in mind, I am doing this without the damn internet. Now, someone on the internet may have already thrown this theory out, but the fact of the matter is, this is one of those movies where I'm old school with it. I'm like, I don't want to see what someone's opinion is and then echo it. I turn my phone on airplane mode, and then, because that's what's, a certain leader does, not what a role player does. That's what a leader does. I don't need someone else's opinion to sway my own. My opinion is that, yeah, this movie is in and of itself one thing, but some things were put in it to give it, a lot of artful and poetic interpretation. Otherwise, why would you have this scene of them sitting by the campfire discussing the story of Broomhilda if it had no deeper meaning? They just talked about it just to talk about it, just to explain that, she's they didn't need a whole scene to do that, but it's done for that reason, but it's also done to give that little poetic and synonymous, symmetrical insight between the story of Broomhilda and this story as well. Let me keep playing. I don't know. Most of you role players probably don't have the stones to watch this movie. So, but yeah, when you watch Dr. King Schultz, you never see him dressed in all white. We never see him with anything in his hand resembling all white. Typically throughout the movie, what color does he wear? He wears gray, which is a mixture between white and black. At the end, when he's offered a white cake, he refuses it. He never has anything that is completely pure white on him. Even his skin, he's not pale. I get it, it's the South. Of course, he's going to have a little bit of tan. But for the most part, he's either wearing that brown coat or he's wearing gray, which symbolizes the balance between him being a white man and the fact that he despises slavery. So he's mixed, a mixture between the two where he's gray. Now, as far as the others' wardrobe, I really got to think about the artistical representation of DiCaprio's wardrobe. Django, we know the meaning of the blue uniform he wears when he kills his first overseers and everything. And, the Christian notes over, the guy and how he bleeds over the notes. I mean, that's easy enough to understand. There's a lot of artful representation in this movie that you can pick out if you watch it enough times. But, it's more like every time you see this movie, you'll find something different. There's a different nugget to it. That's why I like it so much, man. Because the first time you watch it, and I mean, I guess if you're a role player, you watch it 100 times and you don't see these things. But, if you really watch it, you really enjoy it. You go like, man, I didn't notice that the first time. Man, that's dope how they did that. This movie is so damn dope, man. It really is. It's so well done, man. What's Dr. King Schultz wearing there? Gray. Or you can argue, well, he got a little bit of blue on too. He never wears all white though throughout the entire course of the movie. Even his beard and all that stuff, But anyway, what part of Texas they in where it's okay for him to just walk around like that? I've always wondered that one thing. Because they was looking at him like he was like they were crackheads or on meth, or he was a Martian when he was on that horse the first time. Now they just like, oh wow, he all right. I love this movie so fucking much. Yeah, this is one of those movies where I don't know if I could ever sit in the room with another white person and watch this movie. Like, I would have to meet them on like a very, very positive way. Like, we'd have to meet a movie theater, go to like 10 different art shows, and I go, okay, they into that art shit. They ain't on no Hulk Hogan shit. This is a really, really deep, artful type dude. And he would have to have seen the movie before I seen it and maybe teach me a thing or two about it. And then I go, okay, well, let's rewatch it together. But it ain't no movie I'm going to watch with my wife in the room and him in the same room. That's just my personal thing. If you are a black man with a female and you can sit in the room with a white man with your female in his room and have her watch it, it's a weird thing because it's like you can't say, white people just dominate black people in this movie. They are, but at the same time, you got Django running around blasting motherfuckers. So it's different though, because he's Highlander. He is the only one doing that. it, it's just not. It's an uncomfortable situation I do not care to put myself in. But I mean, Dr. King Schultz, he cool. But I'm sure Django wouldn't rewatch this movie with his wife. I mean, he'll fast forward past all that bullshit and show him blasting the fucking, he gonna fast forward right to the end of the Candyland shootout. And then he gonna skip the rest of the end. That's how I'm gonna watch this movie. We ain't gonna watch no other parts. We gonna watch Django shooting up that damn mansion. Maybe this scene. And then the ending. They're gonna be, damn, that was a fast movie, yeah. Greatest movie of all time. Nah, I'm not doing that. I watch this with my son when he get older. I'm not watching this shit. I don't know if I can watch this movie in the presence of another white person. I just don't. It ain't the Hulk Hogan talks. It's too uncomfortable of a movie to sit down and watch. At least for me, there's some movies that, you just don't watch with, just like, what's a movie I can't watch with a female? No, I can't say porn. I have watched porn with a few females. And they just gave me the weird eye like they never seen it before. You looking, what the fuck you looking at? We know you don't watch porn before. Women be acting funny as hell when you put them. I'll be real. They be acting like they ain't never seen this shit before. You know you done seen this shit before. No, I ain't seen it before. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. Nah, I'm just joking. I'm not joking, but I am. Y'all get it. Those of you, non-Charlotte lovers, y'all get it. But yeah. Man, this movie's so dope. All right, y'all. Thanks for listening. I'm out.